Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. I'm going to try something I've never done before. I want to stitch with embroidery floss by using stamps, ink, and an awl on my junk journal pages. I just want to see if I like it and if it'll work, if it'll be easy, because, sometimes my hands are not that happy. So I grabbed a few stamps. I'm using my archival inks, which you can use whatever ink you want, I suppose, with this, but these are the ones I grab. I've got watering can and coffee. Those are the two inks. So I'm going to put those away because I don't need them because voila, I stamped them. So this one is just a circle, like a frame, and I thought, I'm going to try that. This one, of course, has the little saying, and I put that on this page. And these are just scrap, not necessarily scraps. These are pages that used to be signatures that I decided I wasn't doing, and I pulled them apart, and I have a box filled with all these pages. And I didn't want to play with them. This is a design also, and I realized I only pulled one color. I think that's what I'm going to do, and I think I'm just going to do part of it and leave part of it with the ink. So first things, and I picked my flosses that I want to use. I've got a needle that's quite long, but that's okay. It's got a little girth, so it's good for me, and I got my awl to make my holes. So let's move these out of the way for a moment. I'm going to get my super shaded, my purple mat, my shaded. Okay, my purple mat. I'm just going to punch holes through this. I know this is a stamping mat, but you can use it for whatever you want if it's in your craft room. That is the rules. So first thing is maybe open my page so that I don't poke through both of them. I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to follow the thick line all the way around. I'm going to poke holes, and then I'm going to use those. And I need to remember that, actually, I probably might be a good idea to use this needle, right? Because these holes are going to be big. I need to go all the way around. I have no idea if this is going to work. I'm not an embroiderer. But I definitely love the embroidered look, and I think it's very beautiful. I have so much embroidery floss. I find tons of it at yard sales. So so much of it that I had to stop buying it because I have so much. There, I'll poke those holes there. Holes. Oh my gosh. Stop using accents when you don't know what you're doing, lady. You're saying different things. All right. Now we have the circle, which, pardon me, that's an oval. So I want to make sure it looks like it goes around. And I'm thinking that if I poke my hole right in the middle, I don't know. Can I keep it going around? Maybe I should go to the side, but then will it flatten? Okay, well, I don't know. We're going to learn together. Together forever, right here. I'm going to go like this. I want to try and make my holes kind of even on this as much as possible. So I'm just going to keep going in the middles. I don't know if that will work. We will see together forever. Just kidding. Okay, I worked today, so I'm in my after work, I can't think, goofy mode. As I was driving home, I was thinking about stuff and laughing out loud in my car by myself, and I thought, I have been asked this my whole life by people just randomly because I do that. And they're like, did you just make yourself laugh? I'm like, I did. I made myself laugh. I have made myself laugh to the point of tears before. No joke. But it's okay. It's what rocks my boat, man. Okay, I might have to stop doing afternoon crafting. Okay, so this one that way, and then I might lose some of these little loopity-doos, but because how am I going to get my threads going to go straight, right? If I don't do it round. So I'll skip that. I'll figure that one out, and then I'm going to try to come around here and go down to the end, and then coming back up here. They might end up being points. Maybe I needed 2 to round it. Okay, let's try that again. We have another loop to do. Loop-dee-doop-dee-doo, down. Oh no, I did it again. It's going to be a point. Well, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. We'll see. I might not be able to do this kind, and that's okay. All right, so I did not do a practice one first. I'm just going for it. So anything I'm learning, pros and cons, I'm doing it with you. All right, look at me. I like grip it so hard. I don't have to, and I'm getting an indent in my finger. There I am with my aggressiveness. I'm so aggressive. All right, this color was going to be the blue. I thought that'd be pretty. And then I put it right there because I thought, oh, what if I had like a little, what if I ended up putting like a little elf or a fairy or something in there, which I doubt that's going to happen because I'll forget that I even said that. But I thought this would be cute. We will see. And I'm just going to use all the thread, just all of it. Because where would I put the knot? I think I'm going to tie it in a bow. So if I started right here and end it right there, if I leave string, I can just tie it like in a bow or like it's a kite. Or I can, wherever I started, I can put the bow. You know? Okay, well, let's see. We don't know. Let's get started. There. I don't know what I'm doing here. So my needle's pretty fat right now. I'm going to have to switch. Let's see. I have lots of needles to choose from. I have this shorter one, but it's like not as thick. It's not as girthy. Oh, all right. And I don't think I need this punching mat or this stamping mat or whatever it's called. I don't think I need it anymore. So let me get that off my thing here. And I don't need any of that, so I'm going to do this and work on top of this. And then here's my stamps that I'm using. So this is the stamp that I'm going to be working with right now. That goes with that one. I wanted to do this for a couple things. One, I want to know if I can do this, but also I like stitching. I like the threads. And but I also have a lot of friends who don't sew with a sewing machine. But maybe this could be an alternative to getting some stitches, because you can do this around the page too, right? All right, so I'm already off the back. Okay, I'm going to go up to the second one here. Now, if I don't like the way my stitches are looking on the other side when I'm done, wait. No, I'm going to go to this one, to the next hole. See, told you, I don't know what I'm doing. There. Because I want it to go all the way. I think I did some stitching with you guys before, and I was just a total nut job on that one, but I think it was with those Christmas trees. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go, it's going to be kind of a pain in the booty because of that page right there. There we go. I just have to show it who's boss. I suppose I could use some washi tape, but it never fails. If I use washi tape and I want it to stay, it doesn't stay. If I don't want it to stay or to damage my page, it does that. I shouldn't say every time, but it does it more often than not. So I'm going to try to just do this way. Just take that one off now. And then I can always just turn this over, right? If I remember what hole I'm at. See, I get twisted fast. I definitely get twisted up fast. So I need to go into this hole right here. I'm going to try and do it this way. Goodness gracious. If you can go back and forth the other way and that's easier for you, then by all means do it. Send me a video so I can watch how to do it. I'm just kidding. Kidding, not kidding. Oops, I just dropped it. Son of a biscuit. Okay. I'm holding it this time with those fingers. Oops. All right, do you got the gist of it? I might do a little fast forwarding on some of the stitching because this would take forever, I think, to watch somebody do. Man, it was crazy at work today, let me tell you. I will say that. It's so funny because it's usually really busy in the beginning of the month, not the end of the month, but it was so busy. And, but you know, it's the time of year, I guess. I work. So if you don't know where I work, if you're newer here, I just work part-time out of the house right now, at a property management, and we manage residentials properties. We manage vacation rentals because we are in a vacation area town. And so we have some of those under our belt. And then we also manage, okay, look, I'm making a knot over here. Oh, I made a knot way back somewhere. I have no idea where I'm at here. Wait, I'm going this way, so I need to go that way. Anyways, we manage these big storage facilities, and the owner, who has those storage facilities, he has 3 of them now. So when we started managing his stuff, I didn't even work there yet, but he had 1 storage facility, storage units. And now he has 3, and boy howdy, I'm telling you, so busy. The storage units alone is that's like, our office hours are only part-time. So we're available for emergency situations and things like that, 24/7, but because you have to be in the rental kind of thing. But for the storage, anyways, whatever. I'm going off the thing here. It's busy. The business has grown significantly. I would say, I don't even know. I think we should do, you know what I think we should do? We should do a, one of those analysis things to show how the growth and how fast it is. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? And, I don't know how to do them, but I'm going to talk to, the ladies, my bosses, and tell them, like, I think that would be such a fabulous idea, even for us, just to see it, like, how cool. And it's still growing. Like, people are still coming in. So most of the homes in our area are owned. It's always been that way since I lived here. Like, it's always been hard to find rentals. There are rentals, but when people get them, they generally stay in them for quite a long time. I will say the majority of my rentals, when people move out, they move out because they're purchasing something. So, or they're moving out of the area. I don't think I've ever had anybody move out except for just a couple of times here and there in town that just moved to another location. It's always been because they moved out of our town or they were buying a house. So there's a lot of vacation rentals in there too. So hopefully we'll get more of those, because that then employs even other people, because we have to have cleaners and maintenance and things like that. So it's just good. It's good all around. But boy, man, we were so busy, and I thought, and it is one of those days, it's like it never fails. I think every job I've ever been at, if I have a ton of stuff to do after work, or I'm getting ready to go somewhere or on a trip or a weekend away or whatever it is, I have people coming to my house and I need to get home, whatever it is. Those are the days that are the busiest. Isn't that funny? Isn't that so funny? Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Like what's happening? And sometimes I really do laugh. I'm just like, what else can I do? I have to laugh. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. If I'm at work, I have to be dedicated to my job. That's how I feel anyways. And I mean, I'm getting paid to do the job. I need to do the job. That's all there is to it, which is fine. But sometimes it takes me past the time that I expected to be there. Whatever. Yeah, I'm liking this. So cool. So cool. So, and it's like, I think it's a time of year too, why it's so busy. And everybody, I mean, I'm guilty of this too. It's like when I have a question, boy, it is an emergency because I'm trying to fill something out maybe, or I'm trying to do something. And I just always remember this saying that I found when my kids were starting in the preteens, and and they were doing the, poor planning, if they knew like maybe the beginning of the week or something like that they were having, I don't know, maybe like some kind of party for, let's just say with that, like a little thing at school, and everybody was going to bring something. And, that was back in the day when I guess I don't know if you can still do stuff like that. But anyways, and then they would tell me, so say they were supposed to take it in Friday, and they told me Thursday night. Well, I worked, and we live in a small town. Stores are closed. I don't necessarily have what what they're going to take. And I'm like, are you bleepity bleep, 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 bleep kidding me? Like, what is wrong with you, child? And so I found this saying anyways. I mean, and it fit a multitude of things. I found this saying. Poor planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. And I'm like, man, I just want to say that sometimes to people. And yes, I'm guilty of it too. Let me say that. Shocker. Shocker. I tell my husband, shocker, I'm not perfect. I mean, I try. I come really, really close. He just gives me the eyeballs. Like, whatever. What did I say the other day? I was like, yeah, I try really hard. I don't know which way I said it. I try really hard to be Wonder Woman, but sometimes I'm just Supergirl. And if you keep pressing my buttons, I'm going to become Catwoman because I think she's a little mischievous, and I'm going to... All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you this really quick up close. All right, so let's see. Can you see? Isn't that cute? Can you see it's like, and you can make your threads thicker. You can even go in with another thread and do another one. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun? It'd take a long time, but TV time, keeping your hands busy, whatever it is that you're doing, sitting in the parking lot waiting for the kids to get out of school, or when they're playing a game. I mean, if you're still doing things like that, or for your grandkids, like it's just busy time. Like I think like filling all this in, I can do rainbow colors. I can stitch a word in there. Maybe. Maybe I could do hi. Anyways, I'm going to go finish stitching this, and I'll be right back. All right, I got that stitched up all the way, but let me show you the back of it. I really like how that came out. Remember before when I said if you didn't like it, you can cover it up? But it's actually quite cool. Now, I can see the papers where it poked through, so I can tell that that's the back side, but I think there's different things we can do to, address that issue if you didn't like it, or if I didn't like it. I wanted to come back through. I've stitched all the way around the same way. And now that I'm back at my first hole where I started, I'm going to stick my needle right back in there. And then I have these two pieces. Whoops, let me get my needle off there. This is where I'm going to do my little knot, and I'm going to be careful so that I don't... Let me sit down. Let me sit down. I'm going to get my bearings here. So I'm going to go around that way and tie that. And then, and then around that way and go this way. Is that how you do a square knot? Well, whatever. It should stay. Like, I think it will. Get that a little, I'll give this a cut in just a second here. Once I try to make a bow. Now, if I don't seal the bow with a kiss, no, I'm just kidding. If I don't seal it with some glue, like a little dab, then it'll come out. And I don't want it to come out, so I'm going to now put a little bit of glue down underneath. Maybe I'll use this handy dandy art glitter glue. And I'm going to put it right down underneath the knot. I think that'll hold it. I don't know for sure. We're going to try this for a moment. And give these little things a little snip. They can be shorter later, but for now. Oh, you know what? Before I did that, oh well. If I didn't want them to come unraveled, I would have tied up my knot and then snipped right underneath my knot. But now look, it's like it's folding its arms. But I guess I'll just go a little shorter here. And if they come unraveled, that's fine too. It's going to have to be fine because this is where we're at. All right. I like little bows. They're cute. And I think that'll hold it. Yeah, that should hold it down. There we go. And then there's still some movement. What do you think? I think that's super duper cute. Okay. How fun. And I do like this side, but I do want to try to, I would like to try figuring something out. Let me put this needle in here before I misplace it. And I haven't even poked my holes yet. I wanted to come back and show you that. So, I mean, I feel like I could use some sort of a blue ink, but I want to be careful because it's paper and I don't want something that's going to bleed out. I could use black ink. I could use something. I don't know what yet. Let me see. Let's try. This isn't quite the right blue, but I'm just going to go over, see if I can just go in there with the archival. No, I'm going to make a mess like that. So let's stop that for a minute. And I'm going to use this one. It's got some purple still on there. Oh yeah, and it's still coming off, but it's still pretty. Might as well do this. I'm not going to waste that ink on there. That would be silly. That's kind of pretty. All right. And here we go, off the rails again. All right. So let's see if we can get some blue in there. I mean, that's kind of cute too, just like that, huh? Doesn't matter. I mean, if it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother you. If I was super clever, or if I had like a, well, I don't even know. I think I would still need to be super clever. I was going to say a Misty, but I couldn't. I was going to say I can stamp it on that side too, but I can't because, you know, it goes that way and that way. So, all right. Did I mess up my little thing here? No, I did not. I just have to pull the ink out a little bit more. And I can even go inside too. Just have a little fun. I'm trying to get more of that purple from this end here off. There we go. That was not a gentle touch, just so you know. But I do like it. What do you think? Isn't that cute? And then these, I use lots of thread so I can just kind of fluff these bows up here and there later. Maybe I'll pull some of this color out this way. I don't know. I'm going to need to be careful I don't pull my threads right through those little holes I made. There we go. All right. One down. Oh, that's so cute. I do like it. I like it. Okay. Let's try this one. And this was going to be, I'm doing this one in the brown. Yes, in the brown thread. So let's see how my circle pops out. So have you already done this? I mean, I know I've seen embroidery thread hand stitched on journals and things like that, but I was just thinking the other day when I was stamping this stamp, and I thought, you know, I wish I could just stitch from my sewing machine, stitch that on there. I think that would be pretty. And then I thought, well, you know, why don't I just do this? I've seen this done before, you know, embroidery threads. I've seen the holes poked, you know. I think I learned that from Natasha at Treasure Books, you know, using the awl to poke the holes in lots of different things to do the stitching, like in covers and just a lot of different things. And maybe you've already done it, but have you done it this? Have you put a stamp down yet? Because if you haven't, and you have them, you might enjoy this if you like this type of look. Okay. Get my thread through there. There we go. And oh, I don't know why I snipped it. I used a lot of thread on the other one, but I did have a lot of waste also. Now this paper, see, I left the baby wipe on there and it did that. but I like that color green, and so I need to figure out how just to work with that. Oh, well, I know how to work with that. Hello. You just put more of that on there, right? Here's a baby wipe. Let's see. Oh my gosh, nope, that's not gonna work. Let's do this. Let's just cut it. I'll use these scissors. They have some sticky stuff on there. Brings me to something. I was just thinking, you know, remember when the other day when we did the our thing with the, oh my gosh, the netted pages that we learned from well, I learned, maybe you learned them too from her, from Charlene, that netted paper. I thought, you know, what I thought was really cool is, I mean, what came to me, you may have already known this, but if you don't know this, this is pretty, I'm going to try this. So you know how my needle, my awls got, whoops, so sticky? Sorry, this was not from Charlene's video. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. But remember when I made the art journal and I said my awls got super sticky from that Tyvek tape because it's so super sticky? And sometimes it happens with the glues and things like that. Well, even though they're dry, the Tyvek tape doesn't dry. I mean, like it's sticky stuff, right? I needed to clean my awls so they didn't stay sticky. Well, I thought I sew through that sometimes, which is probably not the best thing because it can grab my needle. But any other type of sticky stuff, here's what I was thinking, is maybe what I could do is take my alcohol wipes, because that's what I use to, see, that's how I got that green. It's just from the, my printer, the way it prints, or the kind of printer I have, and all the ink. Isn't that cool? So I like that. I'll just keep doing some things like this. And I think what happened is I'm wiping my hands and I have this thing and they go over, and that's how I got that look. So let's try some of these. Anyhow, so I was talking to Jason and I said, hey, I wonder if I can take those alcohol wipes and open them up and then, you know, lay them on a piece of paper, you know, or fabric or something that will hold them, and then stitch with my sewing machine through it. I wonder if that will clean that needle from any of the goos. I don't know. Has anybody tried that? I sew through everything else. I could figure maybe that would be fun. Okay. I don't think it takes that long, does it? Okay. So I'm going to leave those there for a second. I already did that. I already did that. Okay. So now I'm going to go, and I think I'm going to start right here. So if my bow, or right there, if I come right there, the bow would come this way, right? Or this way. Okay, we'll start right here on this one. Don't want to sew that in there. Okay, now they're going to have to leave because they're just going to be messing with me. And then I'm going to go and to the next hole. I think I figured it out on that last one, how to manage these going back and forth and turning my paper over to make it easier. Because with my super long threads that I'm using, I get tangled up in the back end. Sometimes it's hard to know which hole to go through when you're on the back end versus the front end. Like I can see what I'm doing here. There. And then I just go up and down. Whoops, up and down, and then in and out until I get my frame done. And if I wanted a thicker frame, I could just, you know, do this twice. I would just make more. I could either go through the same holes, probably. Yeah, I could probably do that. If I wanted it to be wider, so thicker, I can go through the same holes. If I wanted it to be wider, I would, whoops, what am I doing? I would probably need to make more holes next to this, or whether I'm doing it inside or outside. I do recommend, if you haven't done this before, to use these needles that are not super sharp, because you do, well, maybe you don't, but I do. I poke myself all the time. And if I'm poking myself, I don't want to be in a lot of pain and bleeding. I want it to be like a light poke where I can be like, oops, be careful, versus a, oh my God, now I can't finish videoing because I'm a mess. So yeah, if you're a self poker, be careful. I don't want to be a self poker. I just can't help myself. All right. I have too much on my double part, so I need to get tangled up there. So my threads need to be a little tighter. I don't want them to be so loose everywhere. There we go. So quiet here today. My today, the day that I am filming this is not the day you're watching this. I'm probably like, I think I'm a pretty good week ahead. Maybe even, I might even be into that second week now that I'm trying to film for, so that I have plenty of videos for posting for my friends, so I can keep hanging out with everybody. Because even though I do pre-do the videos when I do this and I post them, I mean, I may not be crafting that specific day, but we still communicate, although it's been taking me a little bit of extra time to get back to comments. I apologize for that. Things have been a little crazy, but I like to have the time. So that's one of the things, that I'm going to have time as my videos post to be able to communicate back. So that's nice. I always have the time. It's just sometimes my time is just very mixed up, and I like to be able to focus on when I'm responding back and commenting, and you know, it's just like when you go to, it's just like any other time. Like if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it, and you don't want someone to feel like they didn't matter just because you weren't feeling it. I don't really know quite what I'm trying to say. I hope you are picking up what I'm putting down. Or as I like to say to the kids, and I'm sorry if this offends anybody, are you scooping what I'm pooping? They're like, oh, disgusting. I'm like, I know. You're welcome. Boy, I've been really talking about the papoose a lot lately, haven't I? I must be nervous. I always have, it's always like one of those things where I don't know, am I going to be regular? I'm going out of town. I hope I can stay regular. If not, I just go to Barnes & Noble. Fixes me every time. All right. Or a really good shoe store. Just kidding, but I prefer Barnes & Noble. And then I can get some cool magazines that I like. Oh, I didn't tie my bow right, so it went crazy. Let's see. Go there and there. Anyways, Jason left early this morning to drive to Seattle, and he's going to come back same day. And that's what, like a 5.5 hour we're out one way. So it's, by the time he gets there, gets what he has to get and gets back home, it's been, let's see, so he left at 4:30. Yeah, 4:30, and he probably won't get home until 4:35, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4 and 5. So depending, he can be home anytime between 5 and 6:30, I would say. That's my best guess. It's a long day. And then he'll go to work the next day, because that's what he does. He does it all the time. So I think I like it on the side there. Once I get the glue down, I think I'll be better. Now, this is what I was saying before. So if I want to keep these from unraveling anywhere down there, I can put these little knots in here. And, you know, you can put like, you know, whatever you want to do. And if it's too long, you can cut that. I'm going to do another one, I think. Try. Make these little friendship knots in here. Love knots, whatever they're called. Whatever you call them. Oops, I want another one past above that knot. There we go. And then another one, 3. And I need to take Maggie to the dog wash so I can go give her a good bathing. Plus, she likes to get it bathed because she gets combed really. Well, I always like to comb her, but or brush her out. But she likes it. And then hopefully we can get a little nail snipping in. If Kendra's there, Kendra's the dog groomer. I always take Maggie in to get groomed, but Kendra put in one of those at her place, the dog washing units, and I love it. it's easy to wash her. I get soaked. Like, I have to take us both a towel. There's actually a dryer for Maggie, but I still towel her off. And then I have to sit on towels because I'm like soaked. I come home and I just get straight into the shower. Okay, and then if I don't want those knots, or if I don't want it that long, I can always cut those more. And then if I want my bow to stay still, if I want to have some control, just going to do the same thing. Seal my bow. And I didn't tie my bow in a double knot. I don't think I have to when I put the glue on. I think it's just fine like that. There. And then I can let those, just don't get glue on your loops, and then you can fray them out a little bit later. Not, like move them around. There we go. Okay, I gotta say, I do like that. And I like the inside. Look at how it crisscrosses over. That is beautiful. So pretty. All right. Now we have this one here. I need to get enough thread on this one. And this one, this thread doesn't seem, so these, like I said, I was gonna say, that doesn't seem very thick, but that's already pulled apart. I'm wondering, I think what I'm gonna do, because there's this big one right here that goes down, and there's another one that goes there. Okay, I don't know I have no idea what I'm thinking. I do know I need to close this. I need to close this up. There we go. Do you like watching somebody stitch? Are you just like Sandra? Sandra, stop. No, I know a lot of my friends, I know for me, and I'm the same way too. I love the craft and chat videos because if it's something like this where you can kind of glance up every now and then, but just having somebody with you talking and chatting while you're crafting, it's nice. I do like that. That is one of the reasons why I was so drawn, and still am, to Gail's videos, is because I just love her chit chat. I love her stories. Oops. Come on. There we go. Okay. That's a lot of, I don't know if I have enough thread. I said that last time too. Should I start at the beginning or the end? I'm thinking if I come up from the bottom here, I can come around and then back down and then go up, versus trying to do it this way. But then I can go this way down. I can go around and come back down. Either way, but if I want a bow on this, I think it would be down here. I don't know if I'm gonna do a bow. Okay, just go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start from the bottom up. Bottoms up. Oh, and because it's down here at the bottom, I can even put little dingly dongs, or dingly beads. Good night. Who's helping me talk? Stop. Or somebody help me talk. Maybe that's what I need. And I'm thinking with this one, because I don't want to do all of them, those little tiny dot ones, that would be really fun to put the stickles on too, wouldn't it? Or even the light lines. I don't know. We'll have to find out as we move forward in this. So you know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping Jason drops me off in Spokane, that he gives me some money and says, you know what? Go to the craft store and buy some supplies that you've been wanting. Somebody, whoever knows how to get a hold of him, you should suggest that to him. Hey, I know Sandra's having some emotional moments, and, she's a lot like me. And if it's not you can, it's a white lie. You can say this. And I just think that it would be healthy for her to do a little crafty shopping, without, guilt-free. So if you have, a couple $100, why not, right? We're going to do it. Let's do it. Let's go all the way. And just tell her to go have some crafty shopping fun. Yeah. Too bad this video is going to post way after I'm already going to be home, but see, poor planning. Poor planning on my part. Well, next time. We'll do it next time. Oh my gosh. I don't have to worry about him knowing. I asked him, I'm like, you don't watch my videos, do you? And he just looked at me. He kind of gave me like I'm sorry look, and he goes, no. I did in the beginning, but I'm like, it's okay, honey. You don't craft. I said, but it is spending time with me, kind of, you know. All right, so then, see my little loop-de-loo. I don't know if it's going to, like, show like a loop-de-loo or not, but we'll see. This is so pretty. I guess this is like cross-stitching, really. See, I made it go, I didn't give it a, what you call it. Now, I want it to come back around, but I want the other side to look just as cute. Oh, it looks like a star. Okay, I'm just going to go over there like this. We'll just do that, and then I'm just going to come back down. And I'm just going to go right into that one. There we go. Let's see if that works. Oh, it does. Look at me getting all fancy. I guess we can always send the email or the message or however if you know how to get a hold of him. His name is Jason Wildermuth. He's on Facebook. Text messenger. Although I guess if you're not friends, he won't know you get a message. I don't know. His phone number is, I'm just kidding. He could say, you know, because I mean, I'll be making more trips. So, let's say you can let him know, like, hey, you know, just an FYI, just a friendly little note. I'm just kidding. He's like, Sandra, quit asking your friends to ask for money. If you want money, just tell me. He does give me money. I just feel guilty. You know, I've always worked full time. I've always contributed a lot more financially. And I know I do a lot in the house. I do, you know, I do all the housework, which I want to. I do work part-time out of the house, but all that money goes to, it goes to, you know, I fill up my tank once a week because that's once a month, because that's really, I don't go anywhere. So I don't need more gas than that. So I fill my tank up, which is expensive. I'm sure everybody knows that. I don't care where you're from and how cheap your gas is. It's still expensive, more expensive than it ever has been, right? So, I mean, I don't mean like I don't care where you're from. You know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. Anyways, oops. See, I feel like I should have made another hole there closer. But, anyways, it goes to like the gym, my gym membership, and, I like to have some specific vitamins and things like that. So it goes towards that. And I take the remainder of my check because I work like this month it was 52 hours, so 12 hours a week. I take the remainder and I just tuck it away in a savings account to go towards the next year's all the property taxes and for all the insurances, because all of our properties we have to carry insurance on. And so there's a lot. So I do that, and I save up all year long for that. Our house where we live, this mortgage, the taxes and everything come out automatically in it, but not all the other ones. And so I save up, and I think I have to save up around $5,000 for the year to be safe, and then anything left over, then we can go towards like regular taxes, which is fine. That works. That's really pretty. That is really pretty. I kind of want to do the other loop-de-loos, but maybe. No, I don't. But now, see, I'm not going to do a bow because I'm way up at the top. Unless I come down. But I want to follow this back down. Because I don't want to make a bunch of crazy stuff over on this side. See, there's a couple of threads that aren't tight. That's okay. Anyhow, so I just, he's working really hard outside the home because he's working on, now I can just go back and forth though, to get money to save up so that we have those two properties that we need to do rehabs on the places to be able to rent them. Right now we can't rent them. We're not making any money on them. We're just paying, you know, property taxes and insurance and whatnots. And so, we need the money to work on them. So when he starts working on them, it's not just the money that we need to put into it, but it's the money that we need for living expenses as well, because once he's doing that, he won't be working anywhere else. Okay, right on. Yay. So I'm going to tie this in a bow too, because why not? I like bows, and I'm able to make them today, so let's do it. Let's get to it and do it. But I want a little bow. I want a teeny tiny bow. There we go. I'm going to glue that down real quick. Okay. Maggie's acting like somebody's here. Nobody should be here, but I know it shouldn't be Jason. If he's here right now, then that means he drove really fast pulling a trailer and a vehicle on top of it, so. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna trim that now. I'm gonna leave those too long in case I don't know that I put anything on there, but you know, just in case. Stick my little threads away. Here we go. These can just go in my little thread stash. And I want to put the topper. All right. Now I want to put some stickles on here, so I'm gonna have. I do have the black stickles, but I don't think the black on this with the pink. I'm gonna use my yellow, and I'm gonna try to be very careful. So let's do the little dots. Just tiny little dots that go around. Ooh, 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 ooh. Heck yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I don't think I'm doing it right on the dots anymore, but that's okay. I couldn't see. Okay, one of them, they have to go under this bow a little bit because that's where the dots come out here. So let's do that. I like that. So cute. And then I cannot stop there, my friend. I wanted to do something with that little thing. So I think what I'm going to do is then take the glitter pen. Is this the Jelly Roll glitter pen? It sure is. And I can use this. And then we have a little one that goes here too. It goes around and around. I probably should have done that before the stickles, but you know, I didn't think of it until now. That's okay. I can still make it work. And then maybe I can even take it around this one too a little bit. Just to accent. Oops, went through my stickles. Oh, man. Oh, mana. Okay, it's all right. I like it. I'm just trying to figure out. I want to follow that line for sure. You know what? I don't know. Maybe Tim Holtz or somebody has them, but you know the Distress inks. What I'd like is the pens, like a glittery pen in those colors that I can, like with the archival, like an archival ink with the Tim Holtz colors. Yes, please, Tim Holtz. If you haven't made those, I haven't looked. So if you haven't made those would be pretty nice. I totally took out my stickles with my chubby little finger. Okay, there we go. Just add a couple more dots. We'll fix that. Fix that baby right up. All right. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Let's see. Let's see where we're at, my friends. I think we are done with this video. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. This was kind of fun to do. I think I want to do more of these. This might actually be something I end up taking with me to do, like a to-do thing. I can poke my holes even before I go. Oh, I forgot that I did all that inking in there. Isn't that pretty? I like it. I like it a lot. I think this is going to be so fun to do. Let me hold them up closer so you can get a real good glimpse in the sparkles and the shimmers. Isn't that pretty? Loving it. And then this one, I put the little friendship knots, love knots, whatever you want to call them. And then this one, and then I guess one more time in the inside. There's that inside one. It's got some nice texture now inside. That's cute. I love the way that one came out. And then, oh, we didn't even look at this one. So still kind of fun, you know, some lace around that or some words. I can write, you know, follow that and write some words. I don't know. I can do whatever I want. What would you do? And if you haven't done this yet, are you going to try it? Let me know. I will see you on the next video, my friends. Enjoy all your moments. Bye.